So you do have to be careful with how you draft again. Power really went for this early game aggression.
Team ban.
Wow, a Husker ban. We saw who picked this up actually. Was it? There was a team that played it earlier. Was it Ardroid? Yeah, it was. It was Ardroid. They played it in the upper bracket round 1, which was really weird, but I mean a lot of these Southeast Asia teams like picking up the Husker. It's great with the Oracle as well. Just the false promise power, of course, keeping him alive. You got the Pugnalactrian as well. And they don't have the greatest burst. I do think now with the Centaur picked up, it's a Zeus, so they're looking for potentially... I think it's Ember going to be mid against the Pugner. It's a good matchup. Like I said, you have the Flame Guard, so they're looking for their Argid hero. Is Morphling still in the pool? Not a lot of lockdown to deal with the Morphling. I think you got to ban him here. Can kind of get chased down by the Lycan, that's the only issue. They kind of want someone to stand their ground and fight the Lycan. I could see like a troll getting picked up. Potentially. But I like the thing with the Morphling is because you can burst down the Oracle. Like if you go for the shotgun build early. Like if you go... I think Lincoln's is still great this game. First item Lincoln's because Power only have... You know, still don't have lockdown. It's similar to the first game. You're relying now on the Fortune's End and also the Burrow Strike. And Fortune's End is not a good thing to rely on. So I think... Yeah, neither of them are gone. So the Troll or the Morphling. They banned out the Ursa though, so I guess... What are they looking for here? I mean, they're, I guess, picking an off lane of a melee off, unless the Sand King's going to be there. But I think it will be... I've seen a few Pangoliers into the Ember. The Lucky Shot's great at dealing with him, but I don't know if that's going to be the case.
10 seconds remaining.
Can they pick a Tide here?
5 seconds remaining.
Just his beefy frontliner will build utility. Has a big ultimate as well. Arc and Pipe's going to help out, of course, this game. It's going to be great, this game, actually, with the magic damage. Just trying to think of another melee hero that they want to put in the offlane.
Mineski's turn to pick.
They will Tide. Okay. It's going to be the Velo Tide. They'll put Polo Sun on the Sand King once again. Now Mineski looking for what I imagine will be their position 1 to go up against a Tide. You can just raise it here. Oh, it's a little rough into the Lycan because he can just run away from the static link, but I think it's a great matchup versus the Tide Hunter. Not a lot of lockdown as well.
10 seconds
still the heroes I said beforehand work as well.
5 seconds remaining.
But we do often see when a team has a Tide Hunter, they ban out the Razor, so you do have to be wary of that for Radiant. But then again, I mean, they can put the Ember in the safe lane, they can put the Zeus mid and then pick their position 4 here if they want to. But I guess they don't... I mean, you have the Centaur for the beefy frontliner, like I said, and they needed some way to start the fights, and they got all that with the Centaur now, so... I think they don't need the... I think it's fine having the Zeus as a 4. I'm just trying to... I do think those 3 heroes, the Morph, Troll, or the Razor are fine. Razor's good against a Tide, but Lycan struggles a little against him. Trying to think of any other position 1s that could work here. Wraith King's going, so you're not going to see that. I'm pretty sure they play Lone Druid, but I don't think it works well into the Lycan. I guess it's okay, because if you Savage Roar his Shapeshift, he's going to run like halfway back to the base. There's an independent laner as well, so you can... I guess Jakiro doesn't really roam around though, so you don't need that. How do they do this? They're taking a long time. I'm trying to think of any other callers that I have not said that I think would look fine, but... They both... I think Troll and Morph deal really well with the Pugna Ward.
Templar
it's in the safe lane. Okay. I really had in my head that it's going to be an Ember mid. I should have thought if they had the Ember safe, then I should have said those heroes. Okay, so the TA looks great this game. No damage over time. It's only the Sandstorm. Is a great matchup versus the Pugna mid. Probably gets a Nullifier this game to purge off the Decrypt. Can blow up the Oracle on the backline. And it will be that Raging Potato Zeus like we spoke about. So this is going to be really interesting. This Moon TA. I think it looks like a really good game. I just can't see any way they deal with the TA. No stuns to hold him in place. They, once again, have no damage over time. And the matchup versus Pugna should be good because he gets a lot of his damage from the Nether Blast. And, I mean, that's going to be completely neglected thanks to Templar Assassin's Refraction. They got great vision as well to help out with their initiation. I mean, you can stop the Tidehunter Blink potentially, or the Sand King with the traps coming through. Zeus as well with just his constant spam. How Radiant take this fight is... I think Velo's just got to be that beefy frontline. He needs a lot of items now. The issue is that TA is going to give you minus armor, but the rest of the team does a lot of magical. So I think Velo needs to have a great game. He needs a lot of utility items just to help out, because if he doesn't get that, then the rest of Radiant are going to be incredibly squishy. Oh, 17-0 on a Brood Mama. That's a yikes from me, dog. I don't know about that. Alright, we are underway though. This is, what, 2 games in a row? We've seen some interesting picks from the Mineski lineup. Going for the Techies in game 1. The Zeus now in game 2. Yeah, that's a long Seb as well, I must say. Once again, Radiant aren't going for this level 1 smoke down to the mid lane that they've been doing constantly. They didn't do it in the first game. I think the first series they did it in both their games, and now in this they just haven't done it at all. So I mean, that's just something that I've noticed from Radiant, from MYSG, that in their past series that I've casted, they've done that a lot. Switching it up this game though, which is definitely needed because it's pretty obvious. You see how they're playing it, or just sitting around on the high ground waiting for a potential smoke to come out, but that's not going to be the case.
30 seconds to battle.
What do we got? Just trying to see. Okay, so they're gonna put Velo up top. At the moment, they have the Lacking Down bot going up against a Centaur. The both should have a reasonably good matchup. Centaur went for the double stout as well, so it looks like he's gonna try and cut the creep wave here. That's gonna be my guess. Just putting pressure. One already got Retaliate, so can't get the stun. And Faded's just gonna run over to the other side here, so doesn't care. Meanwhile, on the high ground, Raging Potato tries to steal this. He's gonna be careful actually. Fortune's End will get chucked out here, but going for the Lightning Bolt. Looked like he potentially tried to steal it with that mini stun, but it's just not long enough. Wait, what? Oh, I saw sight duration. Oh, Polysun. Polosun, you don't want to be there. A lot of damage early. They're going to start 3 heroes up top for both sides. They're going to just put the Lycan and the Centaur solo. Both will get their farm. It looks like Centaur going the double stout. He's going to try and just cut the creep wave here. Winter will be fine. Just able to back himself away. We spoke about how Velo, I think, needs to have a really good game. Needs a lot of items, just utility to be that beefy frontliner to keep the dire side at bay. Because if they don't do that, then the rest of the team might just get run over by the TA. And you see, they're going to give him a lot of prioritization in this top side. Of course, Lycan will be fine going up against the Centaur. Is really under no threat. Mid is going to be interesting, though. Both these heroes are incredibly good in the mid lane. I mean, Polosun up top, actually. Taking a lot of damage, but we'll be fine. So the Pugna's got the Decrypt to help with the deniers coming through on the creeps. Is going to allow... You already see he's got 4 deniers. I mean, that's actually... You don't see that often. TA's getting this stomped early on. I mean, definitely the timing for the TA when you start becoming that massive lane dominator is around like the level 3, the level 4 mark. Until then, though, it's kind of how it goes right now. Pugna just decrypts you so you can deny the range creep. And which is big. So we're going to see a little bit of a level, difference from these mid laners. Actually, top. A lot of damage on the Jakiro. He's got to be careful. They'll turn their attention to Winter, however. The Flame Guard out. Can they get rid of it, however? It looks like Winter will get brought down. First blood for Arjit. Don't have enough magic damage to be able to purge that. I guess not purge it off, just take it off. So, Arjit. Looks like Mineski once again able to get first blood.
Let's knock and say you did.
How is down bot going though? 11-2, 9-0. So both, like I said, both going to get a lot of their farm down bot. Kind of surprised they're actually going to TP the Oracle. So they'll leave the Tide. Still only level 1, and that's a big issue. Tide really relies on these early levels. I mean, once you get Kraken Shell, it's incredibly hard to bring him down. Higher levels in the Anchor Smash as well for the damage reduction, but now with just that tri-lane early, they soaked up a lot of his experience, and Mineski's still sitting in their own tri-lane, so they recognize Centaur should be fine down bot. Even with the Oracle TPing, they don't have any, kill potential on him, seeing as he's got the double stout, so Winter's right clicks completely neglected. Like, they just do nothing. They're tickling the Centaur, just building up the retaliate stacks as well. So if they do go onto any threat, looks like he's going to pop these now. Try and find Winter here. Won't be able to though, but how's mid going? Moon level 4 now, so has the gonna go for the 202, I imagine. And he's got 11 denies as well. You see this often, still lasting a lot better than the Pugna, thanks just to the physical damage that he gets from the refraction. Like I said, once he gets to levels, this lane becomes a lot easier for the TA. Pugna should still have a reasonably good time, but he's got to be careful, maybe of a rotation. I don't think he can die in this lane just because he's got the decrit. Meanwhile, Polyson up top, actually, Burrow Strike up to the north. Arjit still has a Flame Guard for a little while longer, but it's going to get taken away. Ninja Boogie just denying. No TP going to come through, just try and soak up a little bit of the experience. In the meantime, I'm going to get on the choreo. Just taking a look there, because there's a lot of items that hasn't got brought out just yet. This is... I mean, with how much they're getting up top, Arjit is... I have not seen safe lane Ember Spirit work well in a long time. I've seen it mid, actually. Pugna. One more right click. Moon's able to bring him down. Wait, what? I just spoke about how this is a really hard place to die. I guess... Thinking about it, I remember Psyblades does go through its pure damage. It's gonna hit incredibly hard here, but he's gonna be careful mid now as well with the haste. Moon's only level 5 now, so maybe with that 6 he might have been able to get the kill, but I feel like nothing to say if he... I saw he had the decrep up. I don't know if it just came up in time, so I feel like I said, it's really hard to die with the decrep, just stopping the physical damage, and now all of a sudden, Moon is having a great time mid. It has the boots coming out next, the double Wraithband, and now he's far ahead of this Pugna early. And we spoke about once you get levels, it's a really good matchup. But we will have the Bounty Runes. Radiant going to rotate both the supports down bot. KP just going to go to the other side here. Looks like he will be going for the Vanguard. Of course, early on against the physical damage. He's going to get pressured out here, so it looks like they're going to be able to get both the runes. Velo instead up top. They got the body blocks coming through from Raging Potato, and they'll be able to bring him down. Nicely played from the Zeus, just allowing the additional damage to come through from the Flame Guard, and he's going to end up dropping here. So they now rotate Ninja Boogie down bot. I don't think they can find Faded. They do have a lot of retaliate stacks. It's going to be a hard kill. 3 points in the Feral Impulse, so he's got a lot of HP regen, but the Lycan Wolf's actually body blocking himself here. One more right click won't be enough. Looks like KP just couldn't get his own dual breath. It's going to be off the mark as well. It's a lot of damage now. I mean, Faded does have the Tangos, and like I said, 3 points in the Feral Impulse. So the HP regen. Wait, oh, it's only 2. Sorry, I'm seeing 3. I saw 3. I don't know why I saw 3. I blame the 3 little Lycan claws there, mid lane. Raging Potato trying to rotate all the way on the back line here. Nothing to say, he's going to be careful because there's a lot of magic damage coming through. A bolt down, so they do get vision here, and nothing to say. He's in a horrible situation. He's going to run straight into the Zeus here, and he can't really do a whole lot. If he goes decrypt, he's going to end up falling here. We'll try and turn, so stops the last right click from coming through. They don't have enough mana for the bolt. Winter's going to rotate over. Look at the bottle. Will it be enough? However, Fortune's End's going to hold him in place. Nothing to say. Actually survives. So with the bottle charges coming through, he's able to keep his life in the meantime. Polo Sun is getting a little bit of experience as well in the meantime, but looks like Velo's just completely pulled the creep wave here. Just fine with that though. Doesn't really matter. So, I mean, 5 kills early on. 2 to 3, 6 minutes 30 in. A little low level though. I mean, you see 3s coming through from the supports. It is early on, so not really surprised there, but That's the issue with the tri lane. I mean, we're going to start seeing some falls coming through. But that tri lane kind of slowed it down. Looks like they really want to put pressure mid, however. Rage Potato will be able to get the D ward coming through. I don't think they... No, they see the observe ward anyway. With the sentry up here. I actually don't think they've got vision on the far right side. Look at the stacks as well. This is... Well, I think a 4 stack? For the Templar Assassin. It'll be interesting to see if he wants to go for a Desolator or the Blink. The Blink will allow you to come online earlier and make a lot more plays across the map. But if he goes to Desolator, it's just going to allow you to farm the jungle a lot easier. Of course, you can take that stack incredibly fast as well. But once again, Fade is actually going to rotate top here. So maybe dodging any aggression that Dire want to output on the bottom tower. But it looks like they're just going to try and... I mean, I imagine now that if they recognize Lycan and TP'd out, they'll start putting pressure. Arjit has the Remnant. Will be fine. Shapeshift's down now, but can they find Raging Potato? He's got the TP if he wants to go for it. Helmet Dominator picked up, so they got the Alpha Wolf coming through for the crits, and it looks like Raging Potato with the Stampede. They got the Shriner. Are there any TP rotations, however? He can't really dodge the right clicks, and the Wolves will be able to bring him down. Meanwhile, on the side, however... So they find the Oracle. Looks like the Stampede trying to keep the Zeus alive, but also allowed them to get the kill down bot. So the Lycan does rotate up. They get a kill with the Helmet Dominator. You see this often, actually. Lycan first Helmet the Dominator, Shapeshift, you know, being able to bring someone down. So it looks like they're going to try and transition this into a tier 1 tower. They're going to try and defend top as well. Zeus with the rotation coming through. And in the meantime, Moon, he's content with this. Just going to continue farming out this mid lane. He's always going to force a hero here because if there's no one, he'll deal an immense amount of damage on the tower. Like, these Blight Zones add up. Nothing to say, he's got to be careful. He has the life chain, going to go for the TP out. Has he got enough damage with the Melder? And he does. Recognizes at the last second that he's not going to get the TP in time. Tried to turn around with the life drain, but it didn't matter. Moon with the Meld hits the level 8. Is able to bring him down. Now, we spoke about how TA is just always going to force a hero mid because of how fast he can push a tower. You know, with the Blight Zone 4, that minus armor. And this is the big thing. I mean, when you have a lot of Pugna cores really want to put pressure on their own towers, you try and get the tier 1 mid as fast as possible, and then you rotate to your off lane and try and push that tower. But Ninja Boogie's going to rotate as well, so they already got bot. Polo Sun's going to try and defend this as well. Arjit will rotate through. Kind of surprised he's not getting the farm top, but it looks like they're giving it to Zeus, trying to hit that level 6, which, you know, will be a lot of damage coming through. 2 points in the Boris Strike, so they're going to TP through, actually tied. Boris Strike into the Jakiro. Meanwhile on the backline, however, Arjit trying to find Winter. Looks like they'll turn their attention to the Jakiro. Velo's got the slow thanks to the Gush. KP's in the area, but it won't be able to keep him alive. So he'll watch his captain fall. In the meantime, though, top's also getting pushed in from Faded. I don't think they have enough kill potential, however. He's incredibly tanky. With the Helm of the Dominator, he's going for the Necro next as well, but... So they do defend the tier 1 tower in the meantime. And this is what we spoke about. Just sending Velo. He's going to be the one to defend, but they get the chains out. And look at the side blades bouncing around as well. It's a lot of damage on Velo. We spoke about how early on Velo is going to be the one to try and defend the tower. And if they could give him a good game. But the issue is that... Nice deny. The issue is that he's only got a Vlad's. Yes, it's going to help out the minus armor great against the TA. But even then, I mean, there's a lot of magic damage coming through from Mineski, so he's really got to be careful. I think once he gets the hood, that's when you really start seeing Ty become incredibly beefy. He's only level 7 as well. But it looks like MYSG, they're going to be the ones to put some pressure on the top side. Meanwhile, bot actually, RJ playing incredibly aggressive here. We spoke about how Radiant have minimal lockdown, so how do they actually find the kill onto this M-Spirit to lock him down? They do get the tier 1 tower top with the Siege Wave, so... Looks like a successful rotation from the Lycan. It took a while for him to get that. We'll have Shapeshift back up soon as well. Moon still has his big stack when he wants to fall back on it as well. But in the meantime, looks like Dire just content with trying to hit their item timing here, being able to take these towers. They got some very deep vision. I mean, one around the bot side, top as well, just trying to get a lot of control and scout at the movements from Radiant, seeing if they... like seeing who's in the jungle, because they are the ones that, you know, need to be pushing down towers early with the Lycan and also the Pugna. Like, you hit this really big power spike when Pugna hits, you know, level 7, level 8. Mainly level 7 with full points in the Nether Blast. Are just going to rotate mid, but they will be able to purge up the chains. They got the Stampede to close the distance. They're going to find Oracle on the side. The Ravage will get chucked out. Connects onto 2. Fade is going to rotate over as well, but he doesn't have this ultimate. And now with the life chain, they get the decrypt. Centaur, can he get himself away? But he's got a phase, so he's going to be able to go through the creeps here, and he'll be fine. Meanwhile, still in the backline, Argent, low on mana, still has enough for a Remnant away, and they're going to be fine. So a lot of ultimates used, so no one's going to fall, but in the meantime, bot slowly getting pushed in. They got to get something out of this. It looks like they might be able to pressure the tower mid with this siege wave. Vella's going to group up. Vader's got the wolves as well. Necro's now complete. And this is exactly what we're talking about. Them needing to be the ones to take down these towers when you have, you know, Lycan with the Necro and these high points in the wolves, but also just the Pogner with 4 points in the Nether. They're going to try and find KP. He doesn't have the Stampede to get away from the Shapeshift. It looks like they'll be able to chase him down. Hoofstomp does connect onto 2. Ninja Boogie's going to TP through as well. Ice Blast will block off the path. And now, so it looks like Fader can't get anything. They'll turn their attention to the Ember. Shapeshift's about to expire here. They get the stun. Do they have enough damage to bring him down? We spoke about exactly that. Radiant lacking lockdown. Argit just completely playing around with them right now. A lot of aggression through that mid lane, and they're going to go for a smoke here. Raging Potato closing in. I mean, about to have the ultimate up in 20. A higher ground. Gotta be careful here, Radiant. They do have an Observer on top of the Shrine as well. It's not really where you want to fight. A lot of damage early on. Velo here does have the 1 charges, but looks like it's not going to be enough to keep them alive. Ice Path on the mark. So off the mark here, they get the False Promise as well. It's going to go for the TP out instantly. And it looks like Dire just going to turn here. Them themselves without everyone in the area not having enough catch to hold him in. Can they get the slide, however, on Polo Sun? But it looks like he'll be fine. So they don't get any kills. Running up the high ground into a Shrine without vision is incredibly difficult. You see, they're just going to continue farming here. In the meantime, KP closing in on the Crimson Guard. Is he? Okay. Alright, that's Desolator complete now. From Moon, he's going to be going straight for the Blink. And this is a big thing to keep an eye on. If Moon is able to get a DD with this Desolator, they can take Roche and they can do it incredibly fast. And Radiant, they're going to smoke up though with the Ravage about to come up soon. He's going to walk up the high ground here, and without Ravage, they get the Gush Storm. Raging Potato, Polo Sun, can he rotate in time, however? It's like just a little bit off the mark. The heroes on Radiant just not grouped up in time, so they'll scout out the Sand King running up as well. He's got to be careful with his positioning. He's got the double bracer with the crown. He's incredibly tanky here. Fortune's End as well. The Stampede. Raging Potato, can he get himself away here? Looks like he's going to survive. 35 HP. Ninja Boogie as well. Delays the aggression. Instead, they'll turn their attention to the Centaur. Low on mana. Looks like they got the Centaur Conqueror stomp off in time, and now they're going to slowly bring him down. Faded with the Shapeshift. They're going to try and dive for this. How do they keep Centaur alive here? If there are any rotations, Moon going to Invis is going to try and find Winter. No way to keep him alive now. They turn their attention to the Sand King. Has the Burrow Strike up. It's going to go further in the trees, and looks like Radiant going to try and disengage now, but they do have the Ravage. Dive, they're going to TP in another hero as well. Argit will join them. KP still alive. Polyson sitting in the trees. Ice Path not going to be the mark. Instead, they're going to try and find all the heroes here. Velo getting brought incredibly low. Chains is going to be off the mark here, so at least they find the Tide. Ember doesn't catch anyone. So they still hold the Ravage there, but, I mean, Radiant making a play like that, and they're going to still smoke up as well to potentially catch someone out with the Bounty Runes, but they're a little too late. They still have a ward, however. Shrine's not active, and they TP'd out as well. They got to be careful here. Sand King, incredible low. Nice two-man Ice Path, and now Fade. He's going to be the next third as well. Doesn't have the boots, so he moves just so slow like a snail, and they'll bring him down. Perfect timing from Mineski, recognizing that the Radiant side they TP'd out of the top lane, and with the Bounty Runes coming through, they smoke up and wanted to also find something out of it, and you've got the traps for the vision. So they find the 2 kills, they transition that into a tier 1 tower, and it looks like they're not done just yet as well. They're going to keep pushing here. KP's got max retaliate stacks. They got the Desolator as well. Argit able to get the Helm of the Dominator plus 200 gold. Thank you very much. And now, right now, I mean, this is looking pretty rough for Radiant. A 4k gold net worth lead, and they're not really transitioning anything into towers, and that's what you want as a Pugner, because you see how underfarmed he is right now. Pugner doesn't farm the greatest. You really just get a lot of your gold from, you know, being able to push down towers and the early magic damage that you do get.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And here's the DD. I'm just going to scout it out. I want to see them give it to the TA, but it doesn't look like they will. That's definitely them taking Roche if he does get it, but I guess he's too far across the map. He's still got this big stack as well, I believe. Yeah, so... Oh, no, they cleared it. Okay, so it's just a double stack still standing. Blink Dagger now complete. And I'm gonna imagine we'll see both sides putting vision around Roshan just because the potential of Radiant being able to take this incredibly far. So Dire need to always have tabs on it. That's probably going to be the next really big team fight, I imagine. What's RG got? We'll be closing in on the Maelstrom. It's going to give him some damage output. It's incredibly good on the Ember. It's really cost effective, increases your farming potential, your damage as well. And it's just... What is it? How much gold is it? Like 2,700? Yeah, 2,700. So it's really cheap. Gives Ember pretty much what he needs. You know, farming damage early on as well works with the Slight. You know, for a stage we were seeing a lot of Battle Furies, but now it's just transitioned into this, you know, 2,700 gold item that pretty much gives you a lot of damage as well. Kind of surprised it's actually... Polyson's got to be careful here. Argit. Can he find him, man? They got the sentry dropped on the backline here, but instead they're going to turn their attention to the top side. Velo, incredibly low. Decrep's going to stop the physical damage. He'll go for the TP up, but it doesn't matter. Fade is going to pop the shapeshift here, but can they find anything? Raging Potato's already trying to disengage, so turn their attention to the Pognik here. Moon has the Crimson Guard, so he will be fine. They are able to purge this off, however. Now Zeus is getting body blocked by nothing to say. They'll get the Nether Blast, a lot of damage early. The shapeshift is about to expire here. Stun's going to be on the creeps here. They got the Decrep as well, so they find the Zeus, but Archer's going to rotate over as well. He's got the DD for a little while longer. Hit Pognik with a life chain. Will be enough to keep him alive. KP looks like he might eventually drop here, but he doesn't. Able to get himself away, and now nothing to say. Without the Oracle, they don't have the heals coming through. They need a little bit more damage afterwards, and Archer will be able to get that from the Slight. Polosun is still in the area. Arjit doesn't have a TP though, so can't go back to the base, and it looks like the Sand King is going to be able to stay alive at the top, but he's got to be careful. Almost ran out of the sandstorm there. Archer's just still waiting. Kind of surprised. I mean, there you go. It's now expired, but they do get vision afterwards. Now they'll have the detection. Burrow Strike will be there. Is it going to be enough? However, Raging Potato's going to rotate over. They drop the sentry. They will have the lightning bolt, and down he goes. I mean, he was there for a long time. Now, Ninja Boogie. Burst it. We'll have the Ice Path that stops the live train. Pops the Clarity to try and get that TP for enough manicure. Looks like he'll be fine. In meantime, up top as well, Velu under threat once again. Does have the Shrine. They get the chains to hold him in place. It looks like Moon's going to back away though. They don't want to overcommit around the Shrine area. They don't have the greatest vision. It's kind of just behind the T2 tower. Doesn't see the other entrances. And there's this water around Roshan we were talking about as well. But the power of a Zeus, man, just being able to de-ward the map constantly. Faded has treads picked up as well, so just trying to help with a lot of the damage coming through. A lot of the time you see Lycans just go straight into straight brown boots for the game. But of course the treads is going to make you a lot more tankier and help against the burst that Mineski can output. Batterons about to spawn here. Both teams looking to get aggressive. How's KP been going? Closing in on the blink. They'll run into Winter here. Stampede to close the distance. They bring him down. Look at the damage coming through thanks to the Retaliate. And the minus armor from Moon. Ravage going to connect. Only on 2 here. Shapeshift as well. They'll close the distance on KP. They get the purge, so it's going to slow him down. But look at the damage Raging Potato. And they need to deal with him instead. They'll turn their attention to the Lycan. He's able to run himself away here. The damage won't be enough from the last right click from Moon, but they got to be careful. Looks like they're going to TP out. Raging Potato can't get in range for the Lightning Bolt. Holosun still in the area, however. Arjit doesn't have the Remnant. Can he get in range for the chains? Looks like he will be fine. So they find their Centaur. Oracle's going to drop as well, but that's now gold for the Blink Dagger. And I feel like you just go Roast, and they're going to do just that. With the Blink on, with the Ravage on cooldown, Shapeshift as well, but Moon's actually going to get it out. Okay. So this is a really late first Roast, which is a lot of the time TAs we spoke about how they're able to take Roast incredibly fast with the minus armor that they output, but looks like a little worried just trying to throw this lead. Looks like they might group up for a smoke. I mean, they got this blink reveal coming through potentially. Interesting dust. Are they going to smoke actually? They do have one on the Chikiro. Raging Potato has second point in the Thunder God's Wrath now. So plus 100 in the damage. And they're just constantly keeping the lanes pushed in. This is a really good place to smoke with them. You know the Ravage is down. Ninja Boogie's got to be careful though. Tries to get the Observer on. Moon's on the backline, howl. Running broad incredibly low here. Will be able to drop the Macropie. KP on the backline if they can find the Oracle before he gets the ultimate off, and he will at the last second here. Decrypt keeping him alive a little while longer, but will it be enough? They're going to try and find Velo. Chains will be there. Moon with the blink forward. They'll be able to bring him down. It'll take a while thanks to the anchor smash for the damage reduction, but it doesn't matter. So it's a 1-for-1 once again. You see just the threat of them, you know, constantly hunting this Oracle with the blinks. And now it looks like they'll go Roshan. Moon has that BKB completed. You see a lot of the time TA is going for the double meld as well. They just use the meld, they hold on to it so the cooldown comes back up, and then you get, because you can get the double minus armor. It does stack. But of course it doesn't matter. I mean, Radiant aren't in the area without the Tide Hunter, who doesn't have Ravage as well. Did go for the medallion after the hood, so just giving him a little bit of bonus armor to help out. And looks like this is going to be all Dire right now with the Roshan getting claimed. Pogner does pick up the Dagon here, but is it going to be enough? A big timing for them. It's a little late with the ages. I mean, 22-30 in. But still, they might be able to find Polo Sun, actually. Kind of intrigued by the double bracer into the drums. A lot of the time you see Sand Kings rushing Blink or rushing drums, but I guess he just wants to tank up. Magic resistance is incredibly good this game as well. We spoke about how dire a lot of their damage is coming through, but right now for the Radiant side, I mean, the draft is similar to the game one, how they're not going to scale the greatest with a Lycan and a Pugna as their cores. And that's the issue I'm kind of seeing right now. I mean, without enough control, Lycan's just kind of getting kited from the Stampede. I mean, even though Shapeshift is 18 seconds, Stampede is only 4 seconds, so... And it's still not... It's not the greatest way to fully kite out the Lycan, but you're just seeing if they can blow up Winter here, where they might be able to. Whoops on forward. Argent's on the backline as well. Does have the Oracle. Well, sorry, does have the ultimate. Gets it off in time with the ultimate. And now Epicenter on the backline as well. KP pops the Stampede here. Will it be enough? However, they'll turn their attention to Ninja Boogie. They get the toss coming through, so mini stun will hold him in place. The Overgod's Wrath as well. And now they're still on the backline here. Argent falling low. Doesn't have mana for the Remnant. They're going to try and close the distance, but they will get the mini stun. They're going to force the back off here. No one dies. Moon will have to blink up surely if he wants to try and overcommit here, but he will pop the BKB. Faded. Decrypt's going to be able to keep him alive. Can they get the damage coming through? However, Sideblades will be able to bring him down. Now, fellas, may have overstepped the mark as well here. So Mineski, they find one. What looked like a great fight for them. Once again, they're just not having the damage. Ooh. Dagon finds the Aegis here. Dire just not getting the damage to actually blow up this Oracle before he gets the ultimate off, and it forced Dire to completely set up here. They got incredibly grouped up. It allowed Tide to get a big ultimate and the epicenter as well, but I mean, there just wasn't any damage to follow up. You have the Crimson Guard to deal with the Lycan, and apart from that, they were fine. Dire didn't lose anyone. Aegis did get claimed, however, but they're able to get the second tier 2 tower. Looks like they're going to rotate top as well with that getting pushed in. And what do we got? I mean, it's up to a 11k gold net worth lead now. A lot of ultimates down as well. Will be interesting to see if Dire trying to get aggressive with this. It looks like they are, but TP rotations. It's only 2 heroes from the Mineski side. They're going to lose the Jakiro here. Arjit with the Remnant away. Looks like he will be fine. In the meantime, space for the boys up top. They're able to get the last tier 2. Moon and KP going to continue pushing, actually, before they get set up. Moon's going to be careful. Blink is on cooldown. Can they deal with the refraction charges in time? Looks like he's going to be fine. Raging Potato sitting on the high ground as well, but Arjit just constantly split pushing, recognizing that we spoke about Dire. I mean, they're really not worried about the minimal lockdown. Actually, they do get held in place here. They got the DD on faded. Bella's going to rotate through as well with the bow strike. Is it enough? However, Arjit, they bring him. Actually, no, he survives. They find the Oracle instead. I saw the Sleight of Fist. I'm like, wait, hang on. Did he die there? But no, he's going to be able to survive. The Sleight of Fist makes it incredibly hard for him to get brought down. And he's going to be going for a Blink next as well, just further helping his kite ability here, just running Radiant all over the map right now. You see, he's 6-0 and 6. And I don't think they can bring him down. And Dire probably going to wait for the next Aegis. I mean, they do have a really big gold lead, but even then, they're going to play it safe now. Because, I mean, they're 1 game away from qualifying to the minor. Can they find the Centaur mid, however? They need to stop the Blink. He's able to get it away thanks to the traps. Just gave enough vision. Dire here. Velo's got the Ravage, however. But look at the vision right now. I mean, they're just going up against... I wouldn't be surprised if Radiant pick up a gem, honestly. But I guess you've got the Lack and Necro, but even then, Shapeshift's going to get popped here. I mean, even then, Argent, Root's going to hold him in. Do they have the lockdown? Gets a Remnant away. They'll turn their attention to KP, but him himself... Look at... Just once again, man. No lockdown. It makes it so hard for them to actually catch these heroes. 2 blinks, a Remnant away, and now they're going to try and find Faded as well, but the guy's popped off the mark. And Dire just playing constantly around with the vision. You see 2 on the high ground. They got the traps as well everywhere. 4-star. Polo-san. Wow, what a play from Raging Potato. They're going to be able to bring him down. BKB popped as well. They'll turn their attention to Faded. We'll be fine. What a 4-star from the Zeus, man. Just got vision for the Lightning Bolt. And now he's dead for 35. They did pop the BKB. Moon's got the Daedalus as well, but they're going to walk up the high ground here. How do they stop this coming through? Velo's got the Ravage. Shapeshift's on cooldown still as well, however. And you see Tidehunter just trying to do as much as he can to frontline here. Does have to be careful if they can slowly chip him down. Hoof Stomp getting pump faked here. Centaur taking a lot of damage. Force up once again. Nothing to say. He's got to be careful. We'll drop the Nether Ward here. A lot of damage on Velo. They pop the False Promise. And now they're fine with this Dire. They're just going to reset and walk up. They know the ultimate is down. They still have the Ravage though. He's going to TP through. This is literally it right now. Do or die for the Radiant side. And looks like Dire, they're done with that. They're going to disengage. So with the Sand King back up, but a lot of damage on the tier 3 tower. See, 121. And Radiant, this feels kind of like a desperation stroke. They can try and catch someone out of this. They probably have to blow a solo Ravage for a core here, but... Just look at the vision constantly with the lanes getting pushed out. They know no one's defending bot, so they've got to smoke. And now Dire are going to group up on the high ground here. Let's scout at the movements. They see Faded, thanks to the ultimate of Thunder God's Wrath. And now Raging Potato. He's also going for the Ags next as well. So just the further vision, the magic damage that they can output. And this game is just getting grimmer by the second. They're going to smoke up. They're running to Velo here. Radiant got the Observer Ward. The Chain's going to hold him in. They get the Shapeshift with the Item up. Can they blow Velo up in time? However, Polo-san with the Epicenter. Stun connects on 2. They get the Ravage as well, but Archer with the BKB. They find the Centaur. Buyback instantly. However, Velo with the Pipe. He's going to be able to stay alive a little while longer. Meanwhile, Faded. He's completely kited here. They don't have the stuns. Remnant away. Archer's going to be fine. They're going to reset here. With the Centaur respawning. Ravage down. That's a lot of ultimates. False Promise, Epicenter, Ravage, Shapeshift. I mean, False Promise is about to be back up. Looks like they didn't use it then. But now they might just go down bot. Even though, I mean, KP bought back and they don't have Aegis. I feel like they can definitely get this tier 3 tower. Going up high ground, they're not really worried right now. What did TA go for the 20? Went for the Meld Dispels, okay. So it's going to be great against the Pugna Decrep. Actually,
Radiant's bottom tower has been
yeah, so you're going to be able to get rid of the Disarm coming through, the Gush as well, Fortune's End.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
So yeah, this is actually a really good Meld Dispel game. Can he meld through Fortune's End? I'm not certain. Because I'm... With this route change, it's really awkward with what you can and can't do. But there you go. I mean, they're able to take the tier 3 tower. Shrines are now available. They get the top one, the most important one around Roshan. The first Aegis is the one to claim all the outer towers. The second Aegis is the one to end the game. Radiant, how did they delay this though? A 6k gold net worth lead from Moon over the over the first hero on Radiant. And he's going to be going for the butterfly next as well. So all the damage coming through. The evasion is going to be great. Just stopping a few attacks from dealing with the refraction. Looks like they're going to try and find Ninja Boogie, who's just split pushing out the bot side, but well aware of the shenanigans. Going to go for the TPR. Doesn't get it in time, however. Bella's going to rotate forward. Drops a macro pile. Ice Path as well with the Stampede. But in the meantime, they're going to try and catch Fader here. This is big for them. Where's the lockdown coming through? They get the chains and look at the damage. Raging Potato. Level 3 in the Thunder God's Wrath. They bring him down. He doesn't have buyback. Needs some gold. KP will be able to find the Pugna on the backline as well. False Promise keeps him alive. Velo, Ravage going to be up very shortly here, but low on mana. And Jakiro was able to stay alive as well. He's continuing this bot push. They've got a catapult wave. Centaur's going to get caught out here. A lot of damage early. Can they bring him down? 4-star double will keep him alive. Now the Tidehunter as well. Ice Path. He's got the Ravage here. Kraken Shell's going to pop and he will be fine. They got to deal with the lane. That is the big issue right now. Lycan's going to be up in very soon. Looks like they're going to fall back and deal with the shrines. Right before Roshan as well. It's going to be up in 30 seconds. But
bottom shrine is under attack.
98 win probability right now for the Dire side. It's looking really rough. We spoke about how Radiant can't scale. Pugna just doesn't have the items. I mean, he went straight Aethelins into Dagon. It's only level 3 Dagon right now as well. And Lycan, what has he got as well, actually? Okay, so AC completed. The bonus armor is going to be great, just at least helping deal with, you know, TA's minus armor from the Meld and the Desolator. But he has enough gold, if need be, for the Butterfly. And now we've got Roshan right around the corner. It's up Aegis Cheese. Probably going to see some wards getting dropped in the area. See Radiant with the one on the higher ground. Just, I wonder if they get a gem. I spoke about it a while ago. If Radiant wanted the gem, just because of how they really need this. They need vision right now. And they need to stop Dire from having the vision. Because we're seeing constantly how, you know, you're getting the blink away, the remnant away, etc. from the Dire side. But if they can kind of deal with the vision that Dire have, thanks to the traps and the wards, but they've got to go toe-to-toe with the Zeus, who's, you know, doing a great job with the Lightning Bolt. Being able to just de-ward as much as possible. And he's right next to the Ags as well. 2,300 gold in the bank. I wonder if they try and give him some farm right before the... I was going to say right before Ages. I mean, he's, you know, a little under 700 gold away. This is a big timing for the Zeus. A lot of damage as well. Wait, is that? That's percent damage lost, actually. That's really good against tanky heroes. That's really weird. I know they changed that recently. Here we go. We're back underway, though. Any big levels coming through? Zeus hit the 20. Went for the additional mini stun. What is it up to? It's a second now, right? I think it was 0.5. What is a mini stun usually? Just 0.5? I'm pretty sure that's the case. Now, what has he got? Cast range, loss, and arc lightning damage as well, so... There you go. What did he pick up? Oh, maybe some wards. Alright, Radiant, they're gonna smoke up here. Blink now picked up on Velo. This is what they needed. I mean, initiation coming through from the Tide. Perfect scout. They know exactly where they are. Once again, another smoke getting popped. Well, I guess it's not popped right now. Arjit's trying to get this out. There we go. Smoke's going to get popped here. They've got the traps for the vision. It's going to stop the blink from Velo, so they scout this out. Fade is going to push up as well. They know there's a blink on the Tidehunter now. They've got to be careful. They needed this, you know, big blink just to start the fights here, because with how much lockdown they were lacking. But now it's just not going to... I mean, now that's, you know, 2,200 gold. That doesn't allow this Tidehunter to be the beefy frontliner. Looks like they're going to be able to trade observe wards in the mid lane. Body's getting still pushed in. They got to be careful of this. And have a fight around mid, however. Moon with the butterfly now completed, like we spoke about. KP as well. Wonder if he goes for an Ags. That'll be interesting to see. It's going to stop a lot of... I'm kind of intrigued, actually, what he wants to go for here. You could see... Oh, DD. Moon's going to take it. Surprised they didn't go straight into Roshan. It's actually pretty weak. Someone must have started this, but... I'm trying to think of the item for KP. Lotus Orb's not the greatest this game. Not a lot you need. Armor's okay. You could go Halberd. Lycan doesn't have a BKB, not yet, but he will be closing in on that.
Radiant are scanning.
Kind of intrigued. Looks like they're going to try and smoke up, though. With the DD, they want to get something out of this 30 seconds before the bounty runes as well. They're going to wrap all the way around here. Radiant Potato has the Aghanims now complete.
Are scanning.
Scan won't connect, but they're well on the backline here, just playing underneath the vision. With the blink, they're going to be careful. This looking like a good Ravage right now. They're going to go for the ultimate here. They'll scout them all out. Lycan's going to get bursted down thanks to the DD. And now they've got the Stampede forward as well. Velo with the blink away, able to turn their attention now to Winter. Has got the ultimate, doesn't get it off in time. Oh my lord, that's this Zeus vision that they're getting from it. 2 smokes have got popped, and right before Radiant were able, that was literally milliseconds away from the dire smoke getting popped, and we could have seen a massive Ravage coming through, and now Moon just absolutely obliterates the Lycan. They'll turn their attention to Roche. In the meantime, Raging Potato trying to get the bounties down, but Polo Sun should be able to. We'll connect on the stun. Be careful though, I mean, there's going to be rotations coming through. If Raging Potato can hold him up, he's got the Nimbus. Lightning Bolt's a little bit on cooldown, however, Velo's still in the area. Forest Track away, but the creeps do scout him out. They got the 4-star forward as well, KP with the blink. And they find him. Dead for 45. Velo's going to go for the TP, and he will be able to get that. No way to cancel this one. They're not in range. I must say, this Zeus is playing incredibly well right now. He's going for an E-Blade as kind of intriguing E-Blade pickup, because the Pogner with how much magic damage he can output, but I guess it's really just to deal with the Lycan and also increase his damage output. And now, the Sand King down. Ravage is down for a little bit as well, 60 seconds. So they want to get something out of this Moon with Aegis Cheese in the backpack. Looks like they're going to try and get aggressive on the bot side here. Ravage up in 50, they're going to be careful. How do you deal with the refraction charges? I mean, there's really no way. Chains in the backline holding them in place. They're able to scout it as well thanks to the lightning bolt. Velo incredibly tanky though. They're going to go for the epicenter. Can they blow everything up on the TA? And they will be able to. Aegis down KP. 2-man hoof stomp. They're going to try and find the Sand King as well. Will the false promise be enough to keep him alive? They drop the Nimbus. RG with the BKB. However, Velo has this decrep, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Moon straight on top of him. We'll have a buyback. He's going to rejoin the fight instantly. Ravage up in 20. Cheese now in the hands of Moon once again here. KP, they find Lycan in the side, however, BKB, can he get it off? He doesn't even have it in time. Lycan, they got no saves. Epicenter, they actually stun. It's on to 2 with the bonus track, and now Moon pops his own BKB. They're going to turn their attention to Velo to triple kill for Moon. A buyback coming through from the Sand King, but it's not going to be enough. Velo, he does have the ultimate. A lot of damage onto the Centaur. It's not going to be enough. A nice 2-man stun. They get the Nimbus out as well. Winter's got to be careful. Bonus track on 3. They get the Ravage as well. It's going to connect on 4 here, but where's the follow-up? It's just not there. They're all too tanky. Winter's going to get brought down. It's 3 dead on Radiant. And the G's are dropped, so Mineski, they're going to qualify. They will move on to the StarLadder Minor. Congratulations to them. And, oh, wow. Just the issue of Lycan. That last fight getting caught out. We saw a massive Boris track almost keeping him alive, but it just wasn't enough. Mineski, such a just an unconventional draft. The Techies game 1, the Zeus game 2. I've got to say though, man, there was at least 2 Thunder God's Wrath that scouted out smoke plays, and the last, you know, smoke as well when Dire walked up the high ground around the top shrine, getting vision and allowing Moon to just blow up Faded there and stopping Velo from getting, you know, just this big Ravage out. It was definitely an overall great performance from Mineski, but even though, I mean, 6-0 from Argit, 12-0 from Moon, Raging Potato, though, still played incredibly well on the Zeus. And just the issue, Radiant, they went for this early game lineup once again. They didn't get a lot out of it. They weren't able to take towers early on to, you know, force the aggression, get a lot of gold coming through from this, and it just allowed Mineski to push the tempo really whenever they wanted. They were the ones, you know, taking fights, just because Power had no lockdown. Going into 2 blinks and also Argit with the Remnant away, it just makes it so hard for them to have, you know, any way to bring them down, because they don't have enough bursts as well. With that being said, Mineski, they are going to qualify for the minor. Congratulations to them. They're going to 2-0 Power. Very convincingly, I must say. They're looking really good right now with the drafts coming through, but in the end, it's just they were able to poke and prod, walk up the high ground, and we just didn't see the big ultimates coming through. Like, there were a few Ravages, but it just got to a stage where 37 minutes in, Lycan was completely underfarmed. So was the Pugner. I mean, you see, Zeus is 12k net worth, right behind the Pugner. And that's the issue. Like, almost 4 of the heroes were ahead of 2 of the cores on Radiant. And it's similar to game 1. When you draft like this, you don't have enough stuns, and you also just can't push. I mean, if you're unable to push the tempo when you go for this early game lineup, then it really puts you in a bad situation to go late. But with that being said, that's all for us. The Southeast Asia qualifiers are now complete. Another congratulations to Mineski. But before we head off, a big shout out to DX Racer for making this tournament possible with the sponsorship. Thank you very much. Well, that's going to be it for us, guys. What is it? 2 series now completed, both 2-0s. Mineski, they're going to be the ones to move on. Power, though, looking incredibly strong. I mean, this series, they weren't looking the greatest, but performed really well at the major qualifiers and the minor as well. But that's going to be it for us. I appreciate everyone watching. I hope you have enjoyed the broadcast of the Southeast Asia qualifiers. Congratulations to Mineski, and I'll see you guys all around for probably next qualifiers potentially. Hope you guys have enjoyed.